Hi, it's Danny. I want to say hello, greetings, salutations. I still haven't worked on a greeting, but welcome to anybody joining me for the first time, and welcome back to anyone who's coming back to watch my videos. I want to first start with appreciation and gratitude that you'd even consider watching my videos. So thank you for that. And if you like the content, throw a like, throw a subscribe, do what you deem fit. So today is going to be like a kind of quick video. I woke up this morning to a comment, and of course I forgot the commenter's name. It was one of my videos from a couple of months ago on my Hobonichi, where I talk about one of my A6 videos where I talk about my coping strategies, and I thought that was real important to discuss that because it's something I learned in therapy, and I think it could be useful to anybody going through anything right now. I'm sorry if you heard noise just now. That was my cat. Edge is like on the carpet. He loves to do that. And I just clipped his claws, so I don't know what he's with. So here is my planner in this houndstooth patterned cover. It's my Scribbles That Matter, my B6 Scribbles That Matter bullet journal. So, let's get back to business to defeat the Hans. I love that song. So here we are in May, and I'm just looking for, where did I put it? Because my coping strategies, I track. And let me be clear, there they are. My coping strategies are ultimately things that I do when I am feeling anxious, stressed out, on the brink of panic. And to be transparent, I suffer from depression, anxiety, and panic disorder. And I'm not just saying that, people say I'm anxious, but they haven't been diagnosed. I have been diagnosed with those three conditions, and I see a therapist weekly. And to be more transparent, I take medication to fight my depression and anxiety. And I've been seeing a therapist since February of 2019. So I'm on my second year of steady seeing a therapist. Not the same therapist, because I moved from February 19. Well, I moved in from New York to Virginia in May of 2019 and found my new therapist that I see now in July of 2019. So the coping strategies came from my therapist that I met in Virginia. She's amazing. I love her. I know you're not supposed to love your therapist, but I love her because she reminds me of my sister, but she's just awesome, and she gives me the best advice. And she told me that there are several ways. Well, it's part of her profession, but she taught me that there are ways to cope with when I'm feeling anxious. There are things that I could do to combat those feelings. She always asked me to ask myself, what are the facts? So if you're feeling anxious, I don't know if it really works with depression, but with anxiety, if you're feeling anxious and you start feeling your dander rise, you could ask yourself in the moment, what are the facts? What is the basis of this thought that triggered this anxiety? So that's to start. But if that doesn't work, and a lot of the times it doesn't, and it takes practice, and I'm still working on it. Hi, Edge. Edge is visiting us. I don't know if you could see him, but he's sniffing me. Sniff, sniff. And he's heading to the window. There he goes. So a couple of things that I do, 9 things that I really do to keep my depression, anxiety, and panic disorder in check, and what I do when I am having a difficult time of it. Hi, Edge. Oh, he's going. He's thinking about going. Is I pray, I do daily affirmations, I journal regularly, I have a gratitude practice, and I also have a gratitude spread in this book, and I'll show you that in a second. I paint, though my painting hasn't been as frequent this month as it has been in the past. I stay sober, meaning I don't drink, I don't do drugs, and I don't binge eat. Lita's under the desk too, so camera's gonna shake, and she's gonna make noise. They are so interested in what I'm doing. I've been staying active. April was such a great month for me. I was going to the gym um, minimally 4 times a week, maximum 6 times a week. I would always take one rest day. And I eat as healthy as possible. So that goes into my binge eating where I don't eat fast food, junk food. I am mostly plant-based. I'm not advocating for that, like that helps with anxiety or depression. It's just something I'm doing. And I am no way an expert. These are just things that work for me. Affirmations, like I take my shower and I look at myself in the mirror and I say that I can and I'm capable. And I do that every day. I pray before I get out of bed. And if you're an atheist, that may not necessarily work. But since I am a God-fearing person, and no shade to anybody who's atheist or agnostic or anything like that, do you? This is your life. These are your decisions. But for me, prayer helps. I've been journaling since I was 11 years old. And when I was most isolated in my childhood, and I'm not even going to get into my childhood, I would journal and draw. And so that's why painting and journaling have reappeared right now since I'm going through it's difficult. I'm not gonna lie, it's a difficult time because my husband's away on a deployment. I should let my new subscribers know that I am a military spouse. My husband's in the Navy and currently he is deployed. He's been deployed since technically December 31st. And I say technically because they had to go to a hotel and quarantine for 2 weeks before they could go on the ship. So he's been out of the house since before 2021. He hasn't been in our household since 2020. So if that gives you I don't know, an understanding of how messed up it is to be away from your spouse, that it's May and my husband hasn't been in the household he pays for since December of last year. Anyhow, sorry, I'm getting upset. I just wrote him an email. Okay, tangent. I just wrote him an email and we're talking about his next set of orders, and these are conversations that I wish we could have in person, but we don't have access to do that. We have to do it through email, and it just sucks. And I was talking about a concert that's happening in Virginia. Well, he talked about the concert. It's like a 3-day festival in Virginia, and he was just like, yeah, but we're too old for a 3-day festival. I'm like, you're too old for a 3-day festival. I need live music. I don't know how I got here. So back to my coping strategies. My gratitude, let's go forward. This is this week's. So we're right now on May 6th. This is my daily, hi Edge. Oh, Edge is in a hurry. This is where I keep my goals and gratitude. I put my goals to the side underneath the date and my gratitudes here. So I try to name at least one thing that I'm grateful for that day. And maximum, I try to fill up the space. So some days are better than others. Yesterday, I only had 3 things to be grateful for. And Monday, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. So it changes, but focusing on gratitude helps ground me and keeps me from, getting, I think it helps my sadness whenever I feel sad or low. So painting, I paint mostly with gouache. Let me show you an example. They're not great, okay? I'm no expert. I did study art, but I'm I have 2 painting journals right now. My one that I did the most in is in the other room, so I've been mostly doing still lives. I try to do some landscapes. And I mostly do it from Skillshare. Yeah, that's the last one I did on this one. But yeah. And it's relaxing. It really helps with my anxiety. It takes my mind off of anything that's making me sad. So if you are struggling with anxiety or depression, I suggest like taking pen to paper. It doesn't matter if you're good. You could see that I'm far from good, but it really is helpful. So I highly recommend it. Um, I stay sober because alcohol, I've been drinking, I've I've experienced alcohol since I was like 3 years old. And it's something that I learned from a parent. And this parent advocated for me to drink when I was 14 years old. I used to sit with this parent and drink with them. And so I learned at a young age that it's what you do when you're sad. And it really isn't, because alcohol, we know, is a depressant. It makes things worse. And it's been my experience. Maybe in somebody else's experience, it doesn't make it worse for them, but it's something I can't do. I envy anybody who can drink and manage it, and it doesn't get them down, it doesn't ruin their mood, it doesn't worsen their depression or their feelings or their emotions. For me, it does. So I have to stay sober. And I just passed 1 month of not drinking. So I am really proud of that, and I plan to keep that going. Staying active also helps with depression and anxiety, and definitely with panic, because I'm getting my stress out. I'm getting my all the ugly feelings that I carry out through the day. I get it out. In fact, I usually do go to the gym or go for a run early in the morning, and there my day is set. I don't, all my stressors from the day before are gone, and I could start anew and then hit reset the next day and go to the gym, go for a run, and get out all my anxiety, get out all my stress, get out all my sadness. So if you're not active, I suggest you get active, like even go for a walk. Sometimes I don't even run on the treadmill, sometimes I walk, and it helps. It really helps clear the mind, and you could just zone out, and you're getting your body moving. And once your body's moving, your brain stays still and just tells your body to move. And it's not even thinking, and your thoughts are gone. And a lot of the times, thoughts are the gateway to, well, feelings start, and then thoughts, and then actions, and then it's a spiral. So if you could get your thoughts and feelings in order, then everything else falls into place. So eating healthy is also a part of that. I have a problem with binge eating. So I track when I'm eating healthy, and eating healthy is not necessarily like fruits and vegetables all the time, though I eat fruits every day. Vegetables maybe every other day. I'm okay with vegetables. Like sometimes I can't season them as well as like my mom used to, or my sister. So vegetables are like but I mostly eat plant-based. So I eat soy, which I know you shouldn't eat because I hear it's not that great for you, and like veggie patties, things like that. Um, I do eat cheese, so I'm not a complete vegetarian or vegan. I do eat eggs, so I know there's like a special term for it, and I do eat fish. So I'm not completely plant-based, but majority of the things that I eat are not, like I haven't had chicken in over 2 weeks. I believe it's over 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks I haven't had chicken. I haven't had red meat in, I want to say, since December. Um, so that's how, that helps me. I don't know if that will help the next person. But these are my coping strategies, and I track when I do them. I try to do them every day. Painting has been difficult lately because right now I'm trying to finish up school, and painting is really how I empty out my mind. If it's not working out, it's painting that really like, whew, completely decompresses me. And I need my thoughts right now to finish these stupid papers. So, I hope this was helpful to the commenter. These are coping strategies. Now, it's not one fit. it's not a one fit all type of thing. These are the things that work for me. You have to experiment to see what works for you. But I highly recommend being active, drawing or painting, and it's not to put in a museum. It is just to look at an object, focus on that object, and try to render it in pen or painting or anything. It's not supposed to be perfect. That's why they call it art therapy. Art therapy is a real thing. Like, it really is therapeutic to paint. And if you have a god or gods, or are you agnostic, I would suggest prayer. Prayer also helps. Sorry, the camera shook. The lead is underneath the desk right now doing her best thing. And I also suggest journaling. Journaling has the worst times of my life where I was really spiraling out of control. I wasn't journaling. So if anything, journal your thoughts and feelings. Whenever you carry a little Moleskine or a little notebook with you, and whenever you feel, throw it in your purse. Whenever you feel anxious or upset or depressed, just write it out. Right? I'm feeling depressed because of X, Y, and Z. And trust me, you release it and it feels much better. So I hope this was helpful to someone, and I want to thank you for watching this video. Thank you for joining me. And I tell you, question everything. Question every single thing. Like, comment, subscribe, do as you deem fit, and I'll catch you on the flips. Bye.